So I'm making part 3 really quick, and then I'm done for today with filming. But anyway, Bella told, go watch part 1 and part 2. I missed I'm talking about fun memories and with my crush. But the one day we were planning to take Bella when she came down that summer, and the one day I woke up and I had a really bad feeling. I'm the type when I can tell when something happens with my crush, something not good. I will feel dirty. I will feel disgusting. I will feel like I went outside and dumped 10 buckets of sand on me and then threw some mud and just got the dirtiest possible thing. I feel really dirty and disgusting sometimes, and at first I went oh, that's just life. Sometimes I'm just take a bath, no big deal. But I will, even after a bath or a shower, I still feel disgusting. And every time that I get the feeling, something bad has happened to my crush, and I'm every single time. Well, I don't know about the last time, but I feel like the last time counts. I'm iffy because let me get into it and you'll understand. But so this one day I woke up with this feeling and I'm I have to go to music class tomorrow. So I asked my parents and they're well, if you go now, you won't go with Bella this summer. And I'm let me talk to Bella. So I FaceTime Bella, get on FaceTime with her, and I'm at this point I'm crying and I'm Bella, I have to go see him, and I explained the situation to her, and she's why are you talking to me right now? And I'm because I'm if you don't want me to go, I won't go, but I feel like I have. And she's why are you asking me this? And I'm what? And she's you obviously need to go. Go. Oh, we're gonna have so many fun memories. Go. So I went and told my parents the answer. We went the next day, and my feeling was right. He was still out sick, and at this point, it had been a month. It had been a little while, and I'm he's gonna die. Freaking out. And get in the car, and my dad's so he never showed up, and I'm freaking out. And then, he's still out sick, and my dad's wow, that's been a while, and all this stuff. And to this day, I still have not fully calmed down from that. And looking back on it, I now know who I know now, which is absolutely nothing to do with that. I feel I still would have thought he was gonna die. Because I'm protective of my crush, and I don't like when people are rude to him, and I don't like it when he's in health situations. Even if it's a simple cold, to me that's the end of the world almost. So, yeah, but I have a lot of good memories with him and stuff, but I was a mess that day, and it was just sad to I see, and then I with my crush, I really miss him, but I really miss him. And there's no but. There's no add on to that. I miss him, and it's okay to miss him, and I know that it's okay. But with me, it's I've been through a lot in the past 2 years. A lot of stages with losing him. The first stage was definitely the first stage. I didn't want to admit it. I didn't want to admit that it was over. That there was no more music class, meaning I probably wasn't going to see him for a really long time. And I'm never going to get to the point where I'm never going to see him again, even though it feels that way. Because I'm going to try my best and just hope that somehow, some way, something will happen and we'll either me or my dad will run into him in like the store or something, because right now that's all I have left. Like, we were planning to go to an autism society place, but we don't know if he still goes there. That we decided not to do. First off, we don't know if he still goes there. Second off, I really don't want to go there. Third off, it kind of interferes with my dance schedule a little bit. Like with the timing that he gets out of school and my dance schedule. Yeah, there's that. Also, fourth off, like, another thing is that, like, I'm trying to think of what it is. Oh, wait, and the fact that I may go there and not even be put in the same class as him. And there's very high chances of that happening due to that now they're only doing like 15 people per class. But like, yeah, then, well actually, so yeah, like, at first I denied it a bunch, and then I went through a phase where, like, I just kept eating. Like, I went through, like, the phase that, like, it's not a good state for your body. The sorry, I dropped this on my foot. But, like, I was eating so much, and, like, I definitely gained some weight, but not, like, as bad as, like, it could have been, like, because luckily that phase only lasted like a week. Then I kind of just went to a phase where, like, I just wanted to talk to Bella all the time, and, like, I feel like I FaceTime Bella like 5-6 times a day for like 2-3 months straight. Like, but in fairness, I would only talk to her once a day, but like, I like trying to get a hold of her, and like, it was a situation. And I kind of went through the phase at one point where, like, it's just hard. It's just where I realized how hard it actually is, because I'm in that point, and that it's really hard to be in that point, but I just keep faking it, and I just keep putting a smile on my face, because that helped me out the most. So, like, yeah. Then, like, there's that situation. And then I kind of left that stage for, like, a little bit. For, like, 6 days, I left that stage and kind of just went to where I, like, cried about it. Like, where I cried about it, but I made it seem like it was because of something else. Because I had an actual excuse then, and which was that, like, I thought Bella was mad at me. And then after we got past that, like, 6 days, I'm like, I no longer have that excuse. And so, like, I just pulled myself together and went back to the stage before it. But it's hard. It's definitely hard. I remember thinking it was over, and then it eventually became over with Bella. Like, well, that day, like, Bella, the show Bella's a good friend. Considering that day, like, so we ended up going to music class, or attempting to. We got there and found out that music class wasn't happening that week, and we got into the car. Or me, Bella, and my dad got into the car. what happened was we stopped at a gas station. And we stopped at a gas station. My dad got some gas, and then he went in to get, like, snacks and for us. But then what happened was, while he was in there, I went off on Belle. Like, Bella just kind of went like, I'm sorry, Lolly. And I'm like, sorry doesn't fix this. I'm losing my crush. Like, I'm never going to see my crush. And, like, I started screaming at Belle. And I'm not the type to scream. Like, I don't think I ever really, like, screamed at someone in that way. I'm like, just straight up scream. I threw fits a lot when I was little, and even to an older age. But, like, life is life, and it's fine. But, like, I screamed at her, and she's like, I'm sorry, Lo. And I'm like, it's not your fault. Like, it was a mess. And then we just, like, were silent for most of the car ride. And then we got home, and then we were in my room, and then I went like, I'm sorry, Bella. I shouldn't have screamed at you. And actually, when my dad got back in the car, our, I went like, it's sad that Bella, like, it's sad that music class is done. And he's like, what are you talking about? They're just on, like, a break. Like, for, like, a week. And then when we got home, and me and Bella were in my room getting ready for bed, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have screamed at you. And she's like, you have every right to be upset, like, you're losing your crush. And I'm like, don't make me think about it. Like, she apologized for making me think about it. But peace out.